Alright. Take two. Alright. So, today, man, I apologize, obviously, for not uploading the videos. Like I said, I was going to be every Friday. And consistency, I mean, that plan just went out the window. So, I mean, after 3 weeks and I haven't delivered a single video on Friday, it's kind of, well, actually, no, yeah, this is a Friday. The fuck? So, yeah, I'm kind of fuck it. I'm getting off topic to what I even need to be saying. Look, all of us got a plan. All of us got something we got to do. All of us got something that we need to go get. So we need to go do it. We need to go out there, set up our game plan, set up what the fuck we got to do, think what's our desire, what do we want, and just take our steps towards it. You know, one of the most common questions that I had even, but obviously a common question that would get brought up often when I started getting into working out, people were telling me, obviously the videos would say, a lot of people say, I don't know where to start. I kind of had that question, but not always. With working out, I didn't. But with a lot of other shit, I noticed. And honestly, let's take back. I've worked out. I've done yoga. I've done cinematography, like I'm kind of doing my camera work here. Obviously, it's not the best. I'm not going to blame that on the camera. I'll blame it more for myself. I believe cinematography is more skill. Theater. I just got a lead role in a fucking play. All this ties into one thing. It doesn't matter where you're at to start. Just fucking do the thing. Don't worry so much about starting right. There's really no real way to start right. Because you're your own competitor. You're the only person you're racing against. I know that you may want to think that you're racing against your friends to get to success. You may be racing against the government. You're racing against time. All these factors, to be honest with you, nothing. You just got to take a step. That's all that really matters. I'd rather us take a step than be sitting there trying to get our position right and say, all right, 3 point. No, let's adjust the fingers just a little bit more. I'm not sure I'm ready to take off yet. Fuck it, dude. Just take off. Don't wait around for the moment that you finally get to go run. Just go fucking run. Get up off the line at least. I don't care if you face plant right off the bat because you tripped over your leg as soon as you went and you're just boom and you hit your face. Get back up, continue running. I don't care if you come in last place. I don't care if you're the last person to succeed. I don't care if it takes you 2 years to get good at what you want to do, right? Let's say you want to get good at filmmaking. All right, so guess what? Some people are going to pick it up in about a month. Some people might take you about a few months, a few years. Takes time to do what you desire. So if you have something that you are completely desired with right now, if you have a desire to go pursue NoFap, don't wait on, I gotta get the porn. I don't really know. It wasn't a problem for NoFap for me, so I don't really know what people really do in order to get off on the right foot. In order to do NoFap, that's not really something you just kind of put your phone up and you stop masturbating. It's not really something you have a game plan with. But if you got a plan with anything, just take the fucking step. If you're gonna start NoFap, dedicate it to yourself to not masturbate. I had a great comment under the videos. Start with some small increments. See if you can go a fucking day without it. Then try and go for 3 days. Try and go for a week. Hit that week. See if you can go 2, right? Increment. Bust that shit up, right? Because like I said, it takes time. Let's say you want to get really good at making music. All right, so you start off. You don't have equipment. Look, you see that little picture in the background? Back in 2016, I made a mixtape, right? I'm embarrassed to even say it, but in 2016, I made a little mixtape, right? I wanted to rap. I don't have a mic. I don't have a studio. I didn't have shit. You know what I had? I had these speakers right here. I'm going to show you them at the end of the video because I don't want to move this out of place. But I had a pair of speakers and my phone. And I just recorded. And I just found beats off of YouTube. I'd plug it in through another computer or phone, play it through the speaker, and then I'd have my phone recording it, so I'd keep my files on there. And I did that for about maybe 2 months, just going. I didn't worry so much about just how I was gonna get started on music. I just said, fuck it, what I got is what I got, and that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what you gotta do. Wherever you're at. It doesn't matter if you're at the bottom or the top. I've said this. Doesn't matter where you're at. If you just make a fucking step, then you can make another. And then another. And another. And another. You know, sometimes the problem isn't that you're not good at it. Sometimes the problem isn't that you're not prepared or you're not ready. Sometimes the problem is just you don't see yourself ready. No, the problem is that you don't want to go try. You don't want to go make the effort because you don't want to fail. You have to fail. The ones who try are the ones who are willing to fail. And the ones who are willing to fail are willing to learn. And once they learn, that's how they succeed. Do you think I would have never imagined landing a lead role in my very first audition ever. Never in a fucking... I never would have thought. I mean, like, a lead role. I've never done theater. I've never been on stage. All I've done is improv with a few friends and fucked around. I've never auditioned. I go for a thespian group and I get the lead role. Why? Because I wanted it. One, you know, I was hungry for a role. But because I just went out and tried. I just went out and said, look, I'm going to go out, do the best I can. If I don't get a fucking role, I don't get a role. But I wanted a role. And I'm going to go out there and get a fucking role. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to handle my business. That's what you got to do. Just take that leap of faith, man. Don't wait on the right circumstance. Go fucking make that circumstance. And I'm sorry I'm swearing so much, but I got to get this point across to you. Like, there's no point in waiting for something when you can already go out there and grab it. The only thing that's holding yourself back is yourself. You got a barrier, right? This is a force field. All this is a force field. And everything in front of this force field, right, that I'm looking at. Everything that I'm looking at is where I need to go. That's where I want to go. That's the goals I have. Oh, 1,000 subscribers. Oh, shoot. Setting a great performance. Oh, making more short films. You know, saving money up, right? All these things. How am I going to get there? I got this force field. And all I have to do is just be powerful enough to blast through that bitch. And go and get it. Go and fucking get it. It don't matter if I don't get it on the first try, or the second try, or the third try, or the fourth try, to the 10th time. As long as you're making steps. And as long as you're going for it. Now, obviously, you have to learn. Obviously, you have to reap from mistakes. You have to understand what's going right, what's working, what's not working. You can't just do the same thing every single time, obviously. So you have to observe. You have to adapt. You have to be vulnerable enough to fail and change if you want to see success. But before you can even get to those two things, you have to be willing to try.